Now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media and providing you the timely truth centered around real estate, credit, finance, marketing, and so much more. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Our number one goals are to educate, entertain, enlighten, and most importantly, we want to engage you as an effort to help you win in any marketplace.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Save our hotline number in your phone. At some point, you're going to need it. 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-670-7372.
Here's my number, so call me maybe.
And we don't care if you're climbing that corporate ladder or if you throw a ladder in your truck on the way to work. This show's for you. We're going to help you win no matter what you're facing out there. Intelligent Talk Radio. I've got some intelligent folks here in studio with me. We've got, go around the horn now, make our introductions. Abraham Moussa, the owner of Total Title Solutions, and also has a great restaurant over in Clearwater, Abe's Place. Welcome in.
Good to be back. Thanks for inviting me. It's always a pleasure and an honor to be here.
Absolutely honored to have you on the show. I know you're a busy guy out there. And
I am. I got a new scam for you today.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
So an update on some scammers out there, what's happening in the real estate.
Stuff, man. I need to talk to these guys. We need to learn some things from them.
Yeah, exactly. Got to be one step ahead of them, right? And also, as well, Homer Allen in studio. He's the founder of Match Epic. Welcome in, Homer.
Thank you, Brandon. I'm excited to be here.
Absolutely. What do you want to talk about today, buddy?
Well, today I'm going to be talking about an exciting new way to make personal connections and friendships.
I like that. Yeah, he's got a great app, Abe. If you haven't heard about this, you're in for a treat today.
I run away from my friends. I want to change my phone number, and he wants to help me find more friends. I don't think so.
Well, different. Hey, you're on different ends of the spectrum there. He's, Abe's a successful entrepreneur, and this is more along the lines of like social. He's got a really cool app. Wait till you hear this thing. Really cool app. We also got our 6 ways to make the most of the fall season for your small business. So interesting stuff is to help you as a business owner out there. A lot of small business owners and medium-sized business owners listen to our show, consumer advocate-based program here. And I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. I'm the owner of Platinum MVP Realty and a top listing agent here in Tampa Bay. I want to let you know about a hot listing I've got in Palm Harbor. This is attention developers, attention builders out there. We got a property at 1377 Enniswood Parkway in Palm Harbor. This is a 5-bedroom, 2-bath property, $470,000 just reduced, but a lot of the value is in the 2.27 acres in Palm Harbor. So it's a great opportunity, kind of a hidden gem, right, in the middle of Palm Harbor.
Nice. Hey, listen, Brandon, anything in Palm Harbor you should buy, especially after that last storm that we went through.
Yeah.
The Palm Harbor hardly ever flood, and you should really consider moving up there. It's a beautiful neighborhood.
It's high and dry. You got a pool home here. So this would be perfect because the owner is actually a commercial realtor as well, and he's trusted me to market his residential property. But this is a great property to go in and develop, put some townhouses in there. We've already had one developer kind of look at it, and he said, it's just a little bit too much work for him. But we're going to do some of the legwork for the developer. And 1377 Enniswood Parkway in Palm Harbor, great buying opportunity here in beautiful.
How much is that, Brandon?
$470,000 for 2.27 acres, and it has an existing home, nice home on the property as well. So a great buying opportunity. Beautiful Tampa Bay, where the sun is always shining, except when our friend Irma comes through. But so let's jump right into it then, Abe. So you're seeing as owner of Total Title Solutions, a well-respected businessman here in the Tampa Bay market for many, many years. We always like to be that consumer advocate. Last time you talked about that different gentleman that was buying properties, putting in the fake second mortgage, and kind of fooling people when it comes to buying at the foreclosure steps. So you got to be careful. So what are you seeing now?
Same thing I'm going to tell you, as we said, always be careful. But in the past, the escrow agent, whether it be as it may as a real estate agent or a title company or whatever holding your escrow, the latest scheme, it was so awesome that honestly, if it wasn't just for intuition, we could have all gotten taken by it. So this gentleman sent us a check for he's saying he's buying this property, XYZ property. Fantastic. We checked out the property. It is pending. It is for sale. Oh, okay. So he says, okay, well, you know what? I'm just going to pay for this. So he sent us the full amount of the check for $280,000. Plus, he says, well, a little extra for you guys for your fees. I was like, hold on a second. So this is where the red flag came about. So we'll go to the bank. The check is good. The check will clear, right? We'll come to find out that check is a stolen check. The property is not, yes, it is for sale, but he's not buying it at all. And the trick, the way this is playing out, we deposit the money into our account. Then he says, oh, you know, I changed my mind upon inspection. Can you please wire that money back to me? You wire him that money, and that money is gone. So I contacted the company the check was stolen from, and I'm going to tell you, I've never heard a grown man cry.
Wow.
And they called me back, and now we're in touch with them. But we all would have gotten hurt. He would have lost his money, and that guy, we have no idea where the hell he is.
Is that because once the money transferred back out, then that's technically his money?
Yeah.
And it's
gone. Typically what they do is like they have what's called a mule account.
Yeah.
So they go to some guy and they say, hey, you know, if you open an account, we'll give you $5,000. Just going to park some money in it, or $500 or whatever. And they take control over that account. So the minute that money hits, bam, they send it somewhere else.
Wow.
And it's gone. It's gone forever. I mean, I've personally been a victim of this once.
Yep.
And I'm never going to do this again. So this is why I keep saying they keep changing the game. Just be careful, please.
Yeah.
And I know sometimes like it's a pain and about to do this stuff.
Yeah.
But I would highly encourage that you do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Being cautious, being careful, having a great title company to work with. We definitely highly recommend Total Title Solutions here in Tampa Bay for all your real estate closings. Even if you're a for sale by owner out there trying to sell it on your own, not using a realtor, or maybe you get a realtor involved as a buyer rep, Total Title Solutions can help you with that. Now, but back to this specific example, isn't it interesting how nowadays it's cash money is slowly kind of getting out of the system, and it's more about dollars and cents in the terms of decimal points on a computer screen somewhere.
It is. And you know what? I called the listing agent. I said, you know, this is just a random call. Let me ask you this question. What's the name of your buyer? And he's like, what do you mean? I said, okay, I'll tell you what. Maybe the wrong question. Is so-and-so your buyer? He said, no. I said, okay, I got this then. And I told him about the story. He's like, oh my God, thank you for catching this. So yes, it is a decimal, but it's a real check. The point is it's a real check.
Yeah.
It was stolen from that company.
Wow.
And it was copied on a computer, and the guy had enough money in his bank account, would have cleared our account and would have lost it.
Was it a local Tampa Bay company?
Nope. It's out of Minnesota or Wisconsin.
So that's why a lot of times too, like when you write checks and the person that you wrote the check to, they're at the credit union or at the bank cashing it, they'll give you a quick call to verify that the check's legit.
Well, he's hoping, because it's from out of state, which will take about 10 days to clear.
Right.
He's good. Whoever it is, the scammer, he's good. But here's the ironic whole twisted thing. First of all, we're doing a huge class at Pro, Total Title sponsoring the class, and I'm bringing 3 police agency that's going to represent Clearwater, Largo PD, and St. Pete PD is going to present it from economical crime and talk about all this stuff that we're talking about, just to basically prevent or tell people what to do, how to watch it, because it's really getting I would say it's too much. Like, people are getting hurt. Yes,
it's savvy.
Yes, by that one. Yep. So
you got to be careful. You got to be careful when it comes to that. Education is key. Being proactive, being thorough, and that's exactly what Total Title Solutions does. You got a great team. The Angela combo over there.
Well, it's we don't use the word common sense there. We say this smell test. I mean,
right.
When the receptionist brought it to me and she said, this guy should send this check, and sent in his email, he sent us a little extra. I said, why would he do that? Like, let me see that again. It's like, why is he so generous? Like,
first time you ever had that, right?
Yeah, because people typically say, oh, your fees are too high. Reduce your fees. Like, everybody's fighting us for the fee, not necessarily that they want to give us extra. It's like, okay, this doesn't smell right. So we put it to a smell test, and it didn't work. So the thing is, in today's society, like you said, with the computer and all that stuff, and I just beg any consumer or any person that's listening, just please listen to your professionals. Yes, it is sometimes difficult to do the right thing, but please do listen to your professional. And for people for sale by owner out there, I would hire a real estate agent. It's hard. This transaction is becoming tougher and tougher and tougher every day. Like we have something today. Okay, here's one for you, Brandon. All right. This is personally, I worked on this. A buyer bought a property as an investment, did not get a survey. Now he's selling it. And guess what? There is an issue. There's no access.
Yeah.
Please spend the money.
No ingress, no egress, and it's a buyer side expense typically, but even as a seller, it's something you want to be able to provide if you want to provide, marketable product.
Yeah. But Bernie, of course we will eventually get access to it. It's going to cost money.
Yeah.
It's going to cost a lot of money.
Time.
Literally right now, we found that there is no access to that property. You're going to have a, drop off in a helicopter or something.
Landlocked or beg the neighbors for an easement.
It's been like this for since 102, since 1902 or something.
And all that takes time.
Yeah.
All that takes time. We're talking with Abraham Moussa here, owner of Total Title Solutions. I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. So going back to that example, the guy that was going to be friendly on the real estate transaction.
Mm-hmm.
So here, what if do you think this would work? If we were to propose to the CFPB, the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau, you know how, you go, seems like you go out, traditionally you go to a restaurant, you put the tip, the total, and then you add it up and you total it up and you sign it. You're seeing that at so more places. You buy a pizza, you buy a smoothie from Smoothie King, wherever. What if we added a line like that, on the HUDs?
And call it what?
Call it gratuity. Hey, you guys did such a great job. I want to give you a little extra money. Total it up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I'm sorry. That was the point I was trying to make earlier and lost my train of thought. Here's the ironic twist to this.
Yeah.
Every police department have an economical crime division, or most police departments. The FBI, they're all involved. But I'll tell you what, these small amounts, they're seeing so much of it that the FBI will tell you, if it's not $1 million or more, don't bother. And even to report it to the police, there is nothing they could do about it. It is so hard to catch, honestly. It's like, like a lot of people, it's like, oh, well, I'll report it or I'll sue. You're not suing. You're not doing anything. You lost your money. Well, you really did.
I've been involved with some stuff like that, and it's always, we can't go after them as a crime. You got to take it to the criminal court, or, white collar court there. Civil
good
court.
luck.
Civil court.
Try to find him.
Exactly. All right, stay with us here. Consumer Quarterback Show, helping you win. We got our expert contributors today. We got our 6 ways to make the most of the fall season for your small business, as well as our expert contributors. So stay with us. Don't touch that dial. Consumer Quarterback Show, helping you win in any marketplace. Your number one consumer advocate-based radio and TV show here. 5 o'clock drive time, AM 1380 The Biz. Sunday mornings, FM 102.5 The Bone. Daily on WeBeam TV, 10 a.m. We'll see you after the break.
Hey, this is Jarek Robbins. You are listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show with Brandon Rhymes. Please do what it takes to learn all that you have to live the life you want to live it fully, and find a way to give it by paying it forward to others.
Get in touch with Brandon online at consumerqb.com.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation. Visit Pasco County, Florida.
listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, quarterback show. Former USF football player, played on the inaugural football team at USF, played DB, but a longtime quarterback on our sports teams. Now we're quarterbacking transactions for our sellers, our buyers, our investors out there. Quarterbacking introductions to 80-plus show partners on the Consumer Quarterback Show. No matter what you're facing out there, we've got a lot of expert contributors. We want you to think about this show as the hub of your financial, your business, your marketing, your health wheel, and each spoke extending out representing another one of our preferred partners, our expert contributors that we bring on the show, that we've aligned and we've vetted to help you live a better life no matter what you're facing. So CPA, financial advice, legal advice, so many ways that we can help you. Check out consumerqb.com, the newly redesigned website, consumerqb.com, as well as 813-670-7372. 813-670-7372. That's our consumer advocate hotline. We're helping you win in any marketplace. So let's go ahead and so the first segment we talked with Abe Moussa. More from Abe coming up. Total Title Solutions. Let's talk with Homer Allen. He's got this really cool app. He's the founder. He's the inventor of Match Epic. So yeah, man, pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. So let me give you some background here. Let's do something real fast.
Okay.
So let's take a step back and take a deep breath. And if you're driving, please don't close your eyes. And let's put yourself at your 85-year-old self. Let's just say that you just woke up, you just made your morning coffee, and now you're sitting in your proverbial rocking chair and you're reflecting on your life. They say that your life is a story, right? It's filled with your accomplishments. It's filled with what you prioritized. It's filled with areas where you may have taken risks and done things that you may or may not have wanted to regret. And so, that being said, let's think about what you want your priorities to have been. What really would have been important at the end of the day? Will it matter how much money you made or what kind of car you drove? Or will it matter more with the relationships that you developed?
Right.
How you poured yourself into others or how you made an impact around you and maybe how you changed the world? So in that light, I'm going to be talking about a vehicle, a website that is innovative that will help you in this area, that will help you to make those relationships, those personal connections, those friendships that you can pour into, where you can work with those friendships that you make to develop your skill set and to experience life together. I'm developing a website that will help you to make those important connections and experience that life around you.
Yeah, I like that. So matchepic.com, if you're looking for a travel friend, if you're looking to learn a language, if you're looking to just align with people that have similar interests, that's what this app's all about.
That's right. So whether or not you want to network with other professionals, or let's just say that you want to travel the world or meet a travel buddy, because we all know that traveling the world just isn't as much fun to do alone. And so this website will open up these activities for you again to be able to go out there, get out there, and live life.
And you had 8 categories that I think you said last time, right?
That's right. I have 8 categories. I have professionals and networking. I have workout partners, roommates, languages, gaming, studying, traveling, and even carpooling.
Yeah, I like that.
So it's like what, bartering of some sort? Like, hey, I want to be your friend, but you need to teach me another language?
Not exactly, right?
What is that?
Well, not exactly, because the idea is to help each other. Let's say that you're in a situation, and let's just use the roommate example, right? Let's just say that now you're roommates. Well, you can have mutual areas of knowledge where you can help each other and help each other to grow.
All
Yeah,
right.
share rent. You share the rent. You
Well,
have a
that's
similar
easy to
interest.
understand, but I want to know that barter thing. It's like with that language thing.
What about if it's a language? Then what would entice someone that wants to learn French for someone that wants to teach it? Just a little bit of money, I guess, right?
Yeah, well, think about the best way that we know of to learn a language. We always hear that the best way to learn a language is to go overseas, go to that country, get immersed.
Immersion, yeah.
Immersion, right? But imagine that you can experience living with somebody that has also a desire or a level of knowledge, maybe as a master or even a native at that language. Well, you can now be immersed where you are around that person and talking that language and all of your interactions in that house, and now you are you are growing that language without having to leave your friends or your family or your job or even your pets.
Yeah. No, I like it. And then also the travel is a big part of it. So you want a travel companion, you want to backpack across Europe, you want to go skiing at Lake Tahoe, the travel components there. I love it for professional, for networking. The networking side of it is pretty neat too.
Absolutely, because you can quickly find somebody that has a need, or you can broadcast your own needs. So as far as networking and professionalism, so let's just say that you want to list your own services. Let's say that you're a real estate agent and you want to say, okay, now I'm Brennan and I'm a real estate agent. Well, you can do that. You can list that, and so that being said, you can also find others that have a particular need that you're looking to acquire, and in that capacity you can make that networking relationship.
It's awesome. I like it. It's a different model. It's not
watch
out
out BNI.
Yeah. like the networking groups, is that what you said? Yeah.
Yes.
There's traditionally there's meetup groups, there's meetup places, but that's where we're different here.
Right. We're a little bit different here because what we're focused on is building that long-term connection, building that friendship.
Mm-hmm.
We live in a world where we have lost a little bit of the authenticity of relationships. And so this site is aimed to help you get back to making that long-term personal connection and friendship.
Yeah, I like that. And I love how you painted the picture of the 85-year-old man or woman. You're sitting there and you're thinking back, you're looking back at your life, and they say it's a lot of memories. It's the memories you create, it's the relationships, what you've done, and the legacy that you're leaving. So this app, can help you get into that point where you're going to be able to network with like-minded people, learn a language, save money because you're going to be able to find a roommate where you want to live together. A lot of interesting points here.
Absolutely. One of the things that I've found to that point, Brandon, is that one of the things that have held me back from taking those trips or living those experiences, I just haven't found anyone around me that is available. And so by using this website to be able to find those available connections, you will then regain the confidence and the excitement and the availability to do things that you may have not ordinarily done or continued to pursue.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it. So matchepic.com, it's up and working now, but it's kind of a prototype model.
That's right. We're actually currently in the development stage. We are doing a soft launch in November where we're going to open our doors to anybody who wants to come in and test the site. And then we're doing our official launch in January, where that's where we're doing the official launch, and we're going to be inviting everybody to come in.
Very cool. Good stuff. Matchepic.com. Founder Homer Allen here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, and Abraham Moussa also in the house. So coming up, we might tease this a little bit here. So we got 6 ways to make the most of the fall season in your small business. So here we are going into the 4th quarter of the year. It's amazing how fast 2017 flew by. You got the football seasons are heating up. You got the Lightning, Tampa Bay Lightning starting their seasons, and we're already talking about Halloween costume. Yeah, baseball playoffs, Halloween costumes, and so we got 6 ways to make the most of the fall season in your small business. So maybe we'll bite off number 1 here. So it says start working on holiday sales. If your business depends on the Christmas season, it's time to work on. So you look at the different types of marketing strategies around the holidays. You guys doing some of that stuff?
We have actually. We started, I would say mid-September, we started planning for the holiday season. We have a bunch of events coming up, but our biggest event is the Black Friday at the restaurant. And we literally do have to plan it 2-3 months in advance.
Wow.
We have people, wrapped around the building, and we cut it off, but we do. It's been a tradition that we created about 10 years ago. We cannot stop.
So what is the event?
The event is you buy $50 worth of gift certificate, you get another one for free as a complimentary, and it just exploded.
Wow.
But now we limit it to just 1 deal per customer.
Right.
And for the first 500 customers. Only.
Yeah. Hey, blame me. That's a lot.
But our next big event is Turkey Trot. which should probably say I've been part of it since I've been in this country. I've always been the sponsor of it, and it's been awesome.
Let's talk more about that after the break. So we got 6 ways to make the most of the fall season. We got a feel-good story here. Man finds kidnapped teenager and gives her his $7,000 reward. More from our expert contributors here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. We got Abraham Moussa in the house, Total Title Solutions, and also Homer Allen, MatchEpic.com.
Hey everybody, I'm Forbes Riley, celebrity TV fitness host and creator of The Spin Gym. I'm here today with Brandon Rhymes, and you're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Great ways to get happy, healthy, and wealthy.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP Realty, your host, the Consumer Quarterback Show. And we're giving a shout out to our restaurant partner, Hula Bay, and beautiful South Tampa. You got to check out Hula Bay if you have not been there. The Hula Bay Club, 5210 Tyson Avenue in South Tampa. Live music on the weekends, excellent food, wide variety of food on the menu, and they've got the best sushi in Tampa Bay. Check them out, Hula Bay Club. Check them out, and consumerqb.com. And giving a shout out as well to Signature Massage and Facial Spa in Tampa. Are you looking for a place to get a massage or a facial at an affordable price, but without having to sign up for membership? Look no further at Signature Massage and Facial Spa. They offer a 1-hour Swedish massage for $49.95, always no contracts. Come in early during the early bird hours, and you'll receive an additional $10 off. And for those muscles and knots that need extra work, ask about getting a sports or deep tissue massage. And if skincare is what you're looking for, they have amazing facial and microderm packages. Check out Signature Massage and Facial Spa, 11248 West Hillsborough Avenue in Tampa. And you can also call them directly at 813-925-8898, 925-8898. And make sure you let them know the real estate quarterback sent you, and you're going to get a 10% off of your first service over at Signature Massage and Facial Spa. All right, we're back here in studio helping you win in any marketplace. Abraham Moussa in the house, Total Title Solutions. And we've got Homer Allen as well, the founder of MatchEpic.com, making you more street smart here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. So 6 ways to make the most of the fall season with your small business. So we talked about working on the holiday sales. Number 2 on the list is attend or exhibit at trade shows. And that's much more than just the holiday season. That's year round.
Yes, it is. Like I was mentioning earlier, but one comment though, since you introduced me to Hula Bay, I've been there with my wife, a couple of friends. I've been there at least 3 or 4 times. So thanks for the introduction. It's a really nice place.
It's a nice little escape,
yes,
isn't it?
Absolutely. It's a really nice place.
Good. Yeah, you're welcome.
So anyway, we're working on Turkey Trot. That's a huge event. It has always baffled me. I want you to know something about Turkey Trot, that many people, 15, 20,000 people show up to run on a public street, and they pay to actually run on a public street. So anyway, we sponsored the event the night before. We feed anybody that comes in and check in for the run tomorrow, the run Thanksgiving on a public street. So they get a T-shirt and a free meal, and they pay for it. It's
nice.
the craziest thing ever. And I love the commitment of the people. And I can honestly tell you, if I was not the sponsor, I will never show up. Yeah. But I just do.
The runners, man, that's a different world.
I mean, I swear, I envy the commitment that these people do have.
Yeah. I mean, they're running. How many miles are they running?
They have the 3K and the 5K.
Okay. All right. Well, that's not too bad. Some of these marathon, man, I'm like, wow, that's dedication. I mean, coming from a football player, though, so many years of heavy weightlifting and you know, the football and the knees and all that. I don't look forward to running. You know, I mean, I don't mind doing it in the gym a little bit where I got a TV maybe, or the elliptical is easier on my knees and stuff. But
Brandon, you're a young man. What the heck are you complaining about?
I played 12 years of football, though, man.
Yeah,
I started playing when I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
So I'm just glad I'm not one of these Junior Seau's or Andre Waters that you know, with the concussions. But so my hat's off to the runners out there. So you're sponsoring this Turkey Trot?
The Turkey Trot, yes, we've been part of it for at least 20 years, for at least 20 years, and I'd love for you guys to show up. It's at the Clearwater High School football field. It's an event. I mean, the Clearwater puts on, and they do a hell of a job. I mean, it's a community effort, but they do a great job.
Well, I told you I'd like to help you out with that, your Habitat for Humanity house. You know, whenever you do that, I'll be there. I'll donate a Saturday to that.
I would love
I'll
for
bring
you
my daughter
guys,
with me.
That would be awesome. I'll let you know when we start.
We'll put her to work. We'll put her hammer in her hand, make her start swinging the hammer.
Yeah.
Maybe painting would be better.
On top of the money I'm paying, yes, they want 200 hours from me. That has been difficult, so I'm going to take you up on that, Brandon.
Yeah, I'll get out there. We'll get our team out there, the Platinum MVP Realty team. We'll get the whole quarterback show out there, behind you on that one. All right, so the 6 ways to make the most out of the fall season. So number 1 was the holiday sales. Number 2, attend trade shows. And then number 3, it says summer businesses build a reserve. So if you're a summer-based business, build that reserve. So it says, it's not time to relax, but you don't buy that flat panel TV just yet. Just if it's football season, start putting money away instead of into 2 accounts: a reserve account for the slow months and a tax account, not just for the IRS, but a good conduct, good management there. So some, in Florida, there's a lot of seasonal businesses.
It is, but I can't tell you that will fit into that one. And if you really have to wait till the fall to do that, you're already too late.
Yeah.
So I would say if you're going to save, you're going to save it way before that. But people like us, we invest. We really don't save anything.
Right.
We just buy something else or create another subdivision or invest in Allen.
Matt Chepik.
Yeah.
Homer Allen, Matt Chepik. Yeah. It's the story of the compounding penny.
Yes.
The penny that doubles every day. That's a great story.
Yes, we are in the U.S. like this, and they all keep talking about saving, but I think that practice should really start when in your early age. But for some odd reason, sex and money is a taboo. We don't talk about it much, or our parents doesn't talk about it much to us because, okay, God forbid, you know how much your father is making. It's like some sort of a, oh my God, you can't do it. We should talk to our kids about money from early age, honestly.
Absolutely.
Well,
I was just kind of reiterating that. Braylon just had her birthday, and her grandma put another $50 into her bank account, and we were talking about the importance of that, as they're coming into her. She just turned 12. So, had the conversation about saving and investing in money and the importance. And I told her that for every book and I heard this from one of the authors I listened to, I forget which one, but I'm always into some audiobook. But for every book that he buys for the kid, every book that they read, whether it's $19.95 on the cover or $12.98, he gives them that much once they complete the book. And I told her, I said, but I got to have a book report on that.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. But the value, understand the value of work,
right? That
returns into money is something that too we don't talk to our kids about.
Yeah, it's changed a lot. Generational things have changed. I look back to my generation, just the things that we did. I'll be 40 in December, so I think in some levels, my generation and just the way the world's changed so much over those 40 years. I grew up, out four-wheelers in the woods or hunting, fishing, kind of without the cell phones, without any of that stresses that you have today, because, there's these different stories that we see and with the cell phones and the different apps where the kids are so connected all the time, and there's so much different types of peer pressure. But anyway, down a bunny trail there, but the generational thing is changing.
We're so connected, as you said, but then we need Alan over here he can connect the back again. So
good point.
We're so really disconnected. That's why he's existed in
We're
business.
connected, but we're disconnected in a lot of ways, Homer.
Yeah, it's so interesting because, you mentioned books and completing books, and you also mentioned the technology that's around us that helps us be connected. And it's interesting because I just finished a book last night. It's by a guy named Andrew Makata, and it's called Friend Request Accepted. And it talks about just that, about how we're losing the authenticity of our friendships and our relationships around us by communicating through technology, and how we can regain that by getting out in real life and experiencing life outside of the technological world together.
Yeah, I know Brandon tries that stuff on me. I always call him back.
Yeah. The technology stuff. Well, it's a prime example is with Facebook. I've got 4,999 friends on Facebook, and I kind of have it as more of a just a keep in contact with business. Here's what's going on. It's not an actual personal page where some people do it that way. They have a personal page. They're limited to their friends and family, immediate. But yeah, that's a great point. Is that the faster pace? I think that's what happens. Is that it's the faster pace of life that we have today. We feel obligated. Like you ever get a text and then 10 minutes later, 20 minutes, whatever time elapsed, the person texts you back, "Hey, what's going on? Why didn't you answer me yet?" It's like the instant gratification, right? So very similarly, on the way to the show here today, I passed a sign on the side of the road that said "Antiques manufactured while you wait." You get it? Joke. It's a joke.
So, Brandon, Saturday we have a fundraiser for Hops for Hospice. Again, we're part of that, and we've been part of that for a long time. So I get this text message saying, "Hey, I just want you to know I emailed you. I really need you to read that email. You text me to tell me there is an email for I mean, I did not have a minute for myself. Like, I wasn't even allowed to have a minute on Saturday.
Right.
While, like...
at a charitable event.
Yes, like, it's like, wow. So this is the instant gratification, like you said. It's you're not allowed to miss anything anymore, even though you were just tied up for something else.
That's right.
And then I wasn't able to read that email, and maybe 20 minutes span. They text me to tell me, please read that email.
20 minutes later. Wow.
Yeah.
Must have been an important email.
It wasn't.
For them, but not you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Maybe. That's normally how it is, though, right?
So I want to confirm what you're saying. You're 100% right.
So Abraham Moussa here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, Homer Allen as well, matchepic.com. So stay with us. When we come back, we're going to jump into our lightning round. We got our feel-good story of the week and more from our expert contributors here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, helping you win in any marketplace. So stay with us. Don't touch that dial. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. For more information, go to consumerqb.com.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation, visit Pasco County, Florida.
You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
It Rhymes here, quarterback show. Platinum MVP Realty, making you more street smart here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And we've got a couple of hot listings from Platinum MVP Realty. I got to let you know about this one. This is now, our hotel partner is the Hotel Zamora on St. Pete Beach. It's a whitewashed Mediterranean palace, expansive luxury suites. It's the first new hotel built on St. Pete Beach in decades. Spanish ancestry, cool Mediterranean attitude. Whitewashed Mediterranean palace, the Castile restaurant. You got the restaurant, the lounge, the rooftop 360, excellent food, and a wide variety on their menu as well. Beautiful views of the Gulf of Mexico. Now, right down the street, I've got a beautiful property listed. If you're interested in that area, it's just north of the Don Cesar, just south of the Hotel Zamora, 3610 Casablanca Avenue, St. Pete Beach. This is the Don Cesar Place subdivision. 3 bedrooms, 2 and 1/2 bath, duplex on the beach, and it's $620,000. Beautiful opportunity, nice backyard, and a double lot here just north of the Don Cesar Hotel. Great buying opportunity in Tampa Bay. Also, in the old northeast section of St. Petersburg, I've got $1 million listing here, $1.194 million, 215 12th Avenue Northeast in St. Pete. 4 bedrooms, 5 bath. This is a pre-construction home, SIPS panel housing, which is a lot of people say it's a lot more efficient. It's a better build than traditional block or wood framed, most definitely. This is $1.19 million, 215 12th Avenue Northeast in St. Petersburg, that old northeast section of Tampa Bay, and it's 5,100 square feet total square footage here in beautiful Tampa Bay. And we're back in studio helping you win in any marketplace. I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes here. We've got Abraham Moussa in the house. He's the owner of Total Title Solutions and Abe's Place, also a real estate developer. And we've got Homer Allen as well, matchepic.com here in studio. So let's jump into our feel-good story of the week here. Let's tell them something good.
Tell me something good.
So this was October 10. We said a man finds kidnapped teenager and gives her his $7,000 reward. Crazy story here. So Earl Melkert was supposed to be at work managing a fertilizer plant when he forgot his diesel that he needed to fill. So he left work, drove to his home in Alexandria, Minnesota to grab it. As he prepared to head back to work, he saw something moving in the field about a half mile away. At first, I thought it was a deer, he said in an interview. It turned out to be 15-year-old Jasmine Block, who had disappeared on August 8th from her home about 30 miles away. I couldn't make her face out. He said, "Oh my gosh, this is the girl from Alexandria that's been missing for 29 days. It's been on the news. It's been online. It went national, posters, stores. Picture right away, I recognized her." Jasmine had escaped from a nearby abandoned house where 3 men who abducted her took her for previous few days. She swam across the lake near Melkert's property to get to this house. On Friday, the Alexandria Police Department presented Melkert with a $7,000 reward that he had been offered for information leading to the return. $2,000 had come from the Jasmine's family and $5,000 from an anonymous donor. Melkert said he knew exactly what to do with the check. He gave it to Jasmine. The best thing I've ever done. He went to dinner with the family, and he said he knows the family needs the money. All 3 men involved in the kidnapping have been arrested. Wow.
Fantastic. Wow.
Yeah.
That is wow.
Crazy story, and it's a parent's worst fear, especially having a young kid like that. So there's your feel-good story of the week, and, the reward money was given out. That's great. He gave it back. That's good stuff. All right, so in studio here, we've got Abraham Moussa, Homer Allen. Let's jump into our lightning round.
The lightning round.
I am so good at lightning rounds.
I majored in lightning rounds.
All right, top tips, things to do, nuggets of advice, words of wisdom. Abe Moussa.
I think I said it earlier. I think we should be talking to our kids about money and the value of work at early age, and not just wait for some 10 top list to start saving for the summer.
Yeah.
And just understand. I agree with you earlier and with Alan over here about the creation of the friendship and the disconnection from the social media and having face-to-face people.
Yeah, I like that.
I really can't emphasize much on that one. I wouldn't be what I am today if every relationship I had was actually over the text.
Right.
I honestly could tell you from a living experience, I am my own blessing to where the relationships I've created and this community that got me where I am today.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot about relationships. Homer?
Yeah, well, life is a book. At the end of the day, as you experience life and as you make decisions and choices, you are writing pages of that book. So my nuggets of advice would be to live life without regrets. Get out there, make new friends, make new connections, pour into those around you. Genuinely care and develop authentic relationships. Make an impact, change the world. Live a life that you can be proud of and happy with when you reach the golden age of 85.
Yeah, I like that. No regrets, like that commercial. No regrets. What a great marketing company. I don't remember the company, but I just remember that was a funny.
Now wait a second. How great is that you can't remember? Is
well, that's
that
just
good?
me though. That's I'm just Milky Way. Was it? Yeah, Milky Way. Yeah, that's funny. They kind of copied that one though. The one commercial where the women are sitting at their 20-year reunion or whatever. They're sitting by the pool and they were talking about regrets as well, and it's had Spring Break '98 on their backs or whatever. Kind of funny, but all right. So top tips. Let me give you a tip here. What I would talk about. I talk a lot about the developing that clear picture, the slow decisions versus fast decisions. I think also that comes with technology is these text messages, these instants, right when the text comes in, it's like, oh, beep, let me grab it and let me respond. It's that instant reflex that we have in our brain that has changed, I think, a lot over the last 5 to 10 years with the advent of technology. So I would say develop the discipline of clear thinking. Take time when it comes to developing a long-term decision, especially things that deal with relationships, money, those types of transactions. You want to develop the discipline of clear thinking, and I liken it to a bucket of water that has dirt in it. It's all mixed up. It's got silt, right? You can't see through it. But the longer that bucket sits, that silt's going to settle to the bottom, and that's what happens naturally in our lives. The more that we take time to reflect, have that reflective thinking, the next morning, wait the next day. They always say, never make a hasty decision or never respond with anger without waiting 24 hours, 48 hours. Early 20s, much different Brandon Rhymes than late 30s here. So take that time, develop the discipline of clear thinking, and I think that's going to be a leader to your success, a major contributor to your success. Let's go another round here. So words of wisdom, Abraham Moussa, top tips.
All right, one more for you. It happens this morning today as well. And someone asked me, why aren't you angry? Like, I feel terrible that you're not angry. Like, it's worse. It's like, I said, but if I was, does it help?
Right.
Does it fix what just went wrong or any of that? No, it would have made it worse. Then I said, then why did you guys all expect me to be angry?
Yeah.
So I guess my advice, and I know I stole this from somewhere like you. I read it somewhere. I stole it from somebody. It's, if it doesn't help it, why react?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think it's a lot of this stuff is regurgitated. I mean, you look back to Jim Rohn, and then his mentor was William Schoaf. And then, of course, Jim Rome, the other way is Tony Robbins, and then, Brian Tracy. A lot of these ideas were regurgitated, and you can look at, Deepak Chopra, you can look at Gandhi, you can look at a lot of but, I think, and one of the things I saw was anger is a way to teach you patience, or the opposite, so the more that you can reflect on it and say, hey, how can we take this negative that happened? What can we do? How can we ask a better question? A lot of the quality of life comes from asking a better question. Why did this happen? How can I affect it better?
How and why, and this is what I work on. I really seldom ever get angry to a point where it's blinding me.
Right.
And I feel that this is the best course of action. I don't need to display some emotional thing for everyone to think, oh my God, he's mad. I don't need to do that. No one should do that, because it actually takes away from the core problem that you were trying to solve from the first place.
Yeah, and it hurts your body. It brings stress to your body. It's not good for anyone involved. So the more cool, calm, collected you can be, and just take it with a grain of salt, kill them with kindness. Those are some of the ideas that you want to focus on. Homer.
Yeah, so when you talk about questions, I think of a quote by Albert Einstein, actually, and he said, so if I had an hour to figure out a problem, I would spend the first 45 minutes thinking about what the right questions to ask are.
Yeah.
And so that being said, one question I want to ask is, what will matter not just now, but 100 years from now, 1,000 years from now? So
I get about 1,000 years, but no, go ahead.
what will matter? And so that's kind of my nugget of advice is to think about, when you think about in terms of making an impact in others around you and changing the world, think about things in terms of 1,000 years from now.
Yeah, absolutely. Focus on things that you're grateful for, grateful and appreciation. And we all have that. If you're listening to my voice right now on the radio or watching our TV show on WeBeam TV, you have something to be grateful for. You have a radio that you're listening to. You're probably driving in a vehicle, maybe watching a podcast on your TV. So we live in the greatest wealth building machine in the history of the world.
Mankind.
Of mankind. Absolutely.
May I please mention something? Everybody says this, and you know how I like certain cliche, or I actually don't like them. I want to save the world. You know what? I don't want to save the world. I just want to make an impact at one individual at a time. Because it may my employee, my neighbor, my friend,
right?
One person at a time. Forget about saving the world, okay? Just save our surrounding neighborhood. And if everybody start doing that on a micro level, then the world will be saved.
Keep it local.
Yes.
Right? Keep it local. Help out. Control the things that you can control, and the bigger ideas and the things happening in Washington D.C. or global political things is somewhat out of our control. Now we can do meditation, prayer. We can do the right thing in terms of that goes for helping our neighbors across the world. But I like that.
We can make an impact locally.
Impact locally.
My Hubs for Hospice, Habitat, all those little things impact locally. We're fine.
I like it. Random act of kindness. Go out there and do something friendly, kind. Carry some food. Hand it to that person that you see in need. Be a force for good in the community. And we'll see you next time here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at ConsumerQB.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show. Weekday afternoons at 5 on AM 1380. The Biz.